Okay, I'm going to go through how to go from number to gram problems, and also how to go from grams to number of something. In this case, it'll be atoms of chlorine. So for the first one, you can see what we're starting with. We're starting with 5.00 times 10 to the 27 molecules of calcium chloride. And what are we trying to get to? And we're trying to get to grams of calcium chloride. So how are we going to get there? Well, let's see. I don't know what to do, so I think I'll go through moles. So how can we convert this to moles? Well, we use Avogadro's number. So for every 1 mole of calcium chloride, there are 6.02 times 10 to the 23 calcium chloride molecules. Well, those will cancel, and now we've converted to moles. To go from moles to grams, we're going to use the average atomic mass. Actually, this is a compound, molar mass. And we'll set it up so that 1 mole of calcium chloride is on the bottom, and on the top will be 1 mole, the average molar mass of that, which is 110 times 98 grams calcium chloride. Moles drop out. The only unit we're left with is calcium, so we've set it up correctly. So your answer is going to be 9.22 times 10 to the 5th grams, and you could also write it as 922,000 grams. The answer has 3 sig figs. Now the bottom one, we're going to start with grams this time, and we're going to get to chlorine atoms. So our start is going to be 5.000 grams of calcium chloride, and eventually our end is going to be number of chloride atoms. Okay, so again, how do we go from grams to number of atoms? I don't know, but I do know how to go from grams to moles. So let's look at that first. So what we're going to do now is we're going to divide by the molar mass. 110.98 grams of calcium chloride equals 1 mole of calcium chloride. So our grams of calcium chloride will drop out. Now that we've got moles of calcium chloride, there is a way to get from moles to number, but it's going to be 2 steps, because the first step we're going to find out the number of calcium chloride formula units. We'll just call them molecules. And then the second step, we'll find the number of chloride atoms. So the first thing we got to do is multiply by Avogadro's number. 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd chloride compounds, chloride molecules, for every 1 mole of calcium chloride molecules, for every 1 mole of calcium chloride. So the moles drop out. Now at this point, what we've done is we've found, if you do the math, you'd come up with something like 2.7122 times 10 to the 22nd, but this isn't chloride atoms. This is calcium chlorides, okay? The next thing you do is you look at the formula, and you try to count how many in one formula, how many chloride atoms there are. So then you can go from compounds, calcium chlorides, to number of chlorides. So what you do is you just multiply by 2 chlorides per 1 compound. All right, and then you'll finally get to number of atoms, and number of atoms is 5.424 times 10 to the 22nd atoms of calcium. And that's basically how you solve them.